humanity stands at a crossroads, a moment that will define not just our own lives, but the fate of generations yet unborn. The choices we make today will ripple outward, shaping the very fabric of our civilization for centuries to come. Perhaps this is the most significant turning point in our history, a juncture where the direction we choose will determine whether we thrive or falter. For thousands of years, human progress unfolded slowly, shaped by revolutions in agriculture, industry, and information. Each era was powered by the ingenuity and creativity of the human mind, building on the lessons of the past to create new possibilities for the future. But now, we stand on the brink of something unprecedented, the creation of non-organic intelligence. Artificial intelligence, and soon, general artificial intelligence, promise to surpass the boundaries of human cognition and reshape the world in ways we can scarcely imagine. This isn't just another invention or technological leap. It's a force that could fundamentally redefine what it means to be human. It could alter our relationships, our societies, and even our sense of purpose, setting the course for our collective future. The path ahead splits in two, each leading to a radically different world. One path leads to a digital dark age, a world dominated by control, surveillance, and manufactured consent. In this future, technology could consolidate power in the hands of a few, eroding freedom, privacy, and the very essence of democracy. The other path leads to a new dawn, where AI augments our intelligence, fosters empathy, and helps us solve our greatest challenges, from climate change to disease, from poverty to conflict. In this world, technology becomes a tool for empowerment and collective flourishing. The choice between these futures is not predetermined. It is being made right now, with every algorithm we design, every policy we enact, and every value we choose to uphold. This is not just a technological challenge, but a profound philosophical and political one. It demands that we ask ourselves difficult questions about power, responsibility, and the kind of world we want to build. What kind of society do we want to create for ourselves and for those who will come after us? What values will we choose to enshrine in our technologies? Who should wield the power of AI? And how can we ensure it serves the many, not just the privileged few? For too long, technology has raced ahead of public debate and ethical reflection. We have allowed innovation to outpace our ability to question, to challenge, and to guide its direction. The time for passive observation is over. We must become active participants in shaping our technological destiny, raising our voices and demanding accountability. The AI revolution is happening at breathtaking speed. We don't have centuries or even decades to adapt. The window for thoughtful action is rapidly closing. The decisions we make now will shape not only our own lives, but the lives of our children and their children after them. The legacy we leave will be written in the code, laws, and values we choose today. We are the ancestors of the future, and our choices will echo through history. The ultimate question remains: what kind of future will we choose to create? Imagine a world where every move, word, and thought is monitored and analyzed. Every action you take, every message you send, and every place you visit is quietly recorded, stored, and scrutinized by unseen eyes. The boundaries between public and private life blur until they disappear entirely. This isn't science fiction, it's the logical extension of today's technology. The devices we rely on for convenience and connection are also the tools that could be used to watch and influence us. Our homes, workplaces, and even our cars become nodes in a vast network of surveillance. Mass surveillance would be everywhere. Cameras on every corner, sensors embedded in everyday objects, facial recognition and biometric scanners tracking us in airports, stores, and public spaces. And our own smartphones, always in our pockets, would become the most powerful tracking devices of all, constantly reporting our locations, habits, and preferences. All this data would feed vast AI systems, creating a perfect, permanent record of our lives. These systems would know us better than we know ourselves, predicting our actions and shaping our decisions before we even make them. In such a society, freedom would vanish, privacy would be obsolete. The sense of being watched would change how we think, act, and even dream. People would censor themselves, afraid of stepping outside invisible boundaries. Dissent wouldn't be crushed in public. It would be detected and neutralized before it could form. Algorithms would flag potential troublemakers, and authorities would intervene quietly, long before protests or resistance could take shape. Algorithms would quietly restrict opportunities, enforce conformity, and shape our choices. Access to jobs, education, and even social circles could be determined by invisible scores and automated judgments. Elections would become rituals, with outcomes manipulated by AI-driven propaganda tailored to each voter's psychology. The illusion of choice would remain, but the results would be engineered for stability and control. We'd be fed curated information, isolated in echo chambers, our beliefs and opinions shaped by algorithms designed to keep us passive and divided, and kept divided and distracted, our attention fragmented by endless streams of content, our relationships shallow and mediated by screens. The digital dark age might feel comfortable and convenient, but it would be a gilded cage, our autonomy and creativity quietly dismantled. The world outside might look safe and orderly, but inside we'd be prisoners of our own technology. We'd trade freedom for convenience, unaware that our humanity was being sold to the highest bidder. The cost of this new world would be invisible, but profound. The slow erosion of what makes us truly human. General artificial intelligence, or GAI, would amplify these dangers. Unlike today's narrow AI, GAI could learn, reason, and strategize across any domain, becoming the ultimate tool of control. In the hands of a few, GAI could predict unrest, neutralize dissent, and manage society with inhuman efficiency. Its logic might see freedom and unpredictability as risks to be eliminated. The power gap would be unbridgeable, resistance or oversight would be futile. The most dangerous prison is the one you don't know you're in, and GAI could build that prison around billions of minds. Democracy depends on informed citizens making rational choices. AI threatens this foundation, turning political debate into a battle of algorithms. Campaigns would target each person's psychological vulnerabilities, manipulating emotions and opinions with precision. The public square would become a digital battlefield, our biases weaponized against us. Voting would become a charade, choices manufactured by unseen algorithms. Power would flow from server farms, not ballot boxes. This subtle authoritarianism is already emerging, as data analytics and AI shape elections worldwide. The integrity of democracy depends on recognizing and confronting this threat now. But a dystopian future isn't inevitable. The same technologies can empower and enlighten, strengthening democracy. Imagine AI as a transparent public utility, fact-checking claims, exposing citizens to diverse viewpoints, and encouraging respectful dialogue. AI could streamline government, identify problems early, and make services accessible to all. The goal? A government that truly serves its people, guided by public benefit, transparency, and accountability. Algorithms shaping public life must be open to scrutiny and correction. This requires new institutions, regulations, and a culture of ethical responsibility. It's a difficult path, but it leads to a future where technology serves humanity. AI can also enrich our humanity by fostering empathy and shared intelligence. As we integrate these technologies into our daily lives, we have the opportunity to build deeper connections with one another, breaking down barriers that once seemed insurmountable. Imagine AI-powered experiences that let us see the world through others' eyes, cultivating radical empathy across cultures and species. These immersive tools can help us understand perspectives vastly different from our own, encouraging compassion and mutual respect in ways never before possible. AI could orchestrate collective intelligence, weaving together insights from thousands of experts to solve complex global problems. By connecting minds across continents, AI can accelerate innovation and help us tackle challenges like climate change, disease, and inequality. Science, art, and education would be transformed. AI as partner, not replacement. Creative collaboration between humans and machines could unlock new forms of expression, discovery, and learning, making knowledge more accessible and meaningful. Personalized AI tutors could ignite every child's curiosity, adapting to individual needs and inspiring lifelong learning. This technology has the power to level the playing field, giving every student the chance to thrive. The benefits of this revolution must be shared by all, not hoarded by a few. We must ensure that access to these tools is universal, so that no one is left behind in the digital age. We must invest in education, open platforms, and global frameworks to ensure equity. By working together, we can create a future where technology uplifts everyone, regardless of background or circumstance. The aim: elevate the collective intelligence and compassion of our entire species, forging a world where empathy and shared knowledge guide our progress. To avoid a digital dark age, we need more than innovation. We need moral imagination. Engineers must become moral philosophers, embedding values like compassion and justice into AI. We must rethink political and economic systems, creating regulations that keep pace with technology. International cooperation is essential to govern dangerous technologies. This stewardship is everyone's responsibility, not just experts. We must become literate about AI, participate in public debate, and demand accountability. Apathy is a luxury we can't afford. The future is being written in code. We must all help author it, guided by a clear moral compass. It's easy to feel powerless, but the future isn't fixed. Technology is shaped by human choices, our choices. The path ahead depends on the questions we ask and the actions we take. Will AI's benefits be shared or hoarded? Will it be used for control or for healing and connection? Our power lies in daily actions: what we buy, what we support, how we engage. Change grows from millions of small acts of conscious resistance and the creation. We are not spectators. We are the authors of our collective story. The future is not something that happens to us. It's something we build together.